Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Okay, so I have literally just checked in about 5 or 10 minutes ago and I thought I'd go for a stroll, all right? But I have to show you where I am staying because I have never had good value like this ever in my entire life. And I have stayed in the likes of India, South America, more recently in the Caucasus, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia. These are very inexpensive places to stay. But this is probably the best value I've ever had. It beats Thailand, it beats Vietnam, and it probably beats a lot of other places. Okay, I was going to ask for a beer because it comes with a free drink, but I'll get that later. Swally, I think her name is, the receptionist. She looks a little bit busy. And I know this looks like cafeteria style, but in the morning there is a complimentary breakfast buffet. Okay, let's get up to my floor. I'm on the 20th floor, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I've just arrived at the 20th floor. Look at that. Look at that view. That is a view from one side of my hotel. I'll show you the other view in a second. Okay, some people might say this corridor looks like a prison, but to me, I think it's fancy brickwork. Okay, let's check out the room. Okay, so where shall I start? Got one bed, two bed, and anyone who watches my vlogs know that I like 4 pillows. So yeah, put them together. Got a nice little seating area, a fridge, a safe. You never know who might come back. If you're a dog owner, I guess, or maybe a little kinky, there's a couple of little cages there. All right, a basic bathroom, but it's got a shower and a bathtub, so not too bad. I cannot complain, all right? Let me show you the view out of this window. Not bad at all. The windows are a little dirty, but it's got like a lovely little market area over there, and you got the river, and yeah, sort of like a canal down there. That looks like they could be local pubs and street food. Yeah, I like it. Okay, you're probably wanting to know how much money I spent on this. Just over £16 a night. Plus, I get points, so it goes towards deduction for future stays, and air miles and whatever. Not bad at all. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you all, you know, because you'll all be taking your summer holidays over here in Cambodia instead of Benidorm or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I've stayed in many places all over the world, budget-friendly places. I've got good deals. Check out the 4-star hotel I stayed in Benidorm a few months ago. Brilliant. They treated me amazing. But I was paying £65 a night. Here I'm paying 16. What a deal. And obviously, I must add, there is a TV. It's nice to watch the news. And some pretty cool lighting, which will be nice and comfortable when the sun goes down. So I don't normally really go into details about the toilet, but this does have one of these things that you can give yourself a number 2. Give yourself a clean after a number 2, but you can also warm the seat and give yourself a little massage. Haven't quite tried that, but anyway, it's got one of those. Pretty cool for £16 a night, I think. And this is the view from the night time, all lit up, very pretty. Good morning. Let's go downstairs and see what the breakfast is like. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anybody here at breakfast. It's pretty early, but let's have a look to see what they got. Okay, there's nothing labelled, but this one is sauces. We've got a little bit of egg and beans and I guess just local stuff. Fried rice, some sort of noodles, fried eggs, again some sort of like noodles and vegetables, some potatoes, some salads and dips, a bit of watermelon and mango, and bread. It's very basic, but it's free, so I'm not complaining. And it's free for me because I got status with the hotel, and that's why I don't pay for breakfast when I use this hotel brand name. I'll tell you what it is later, and if I forget, I'll let you know in the description. But I got status with the hotel name brand. Bloody hell, almost lost my step. And I get free breakfast for being a platinum member in all of Southeast Asia and Australia and New Zealand. But anyway, there's something else I've got to tell you. It's New Year over here. In Thailand and Cambodia, it's New Year. I hadn't a bloody clue. So we will go and explore the local area later, and I will let you know. I'll just let you know what the local area is like. You know, I think this is possibly one of the best value hotels going. Obviously, you can get a cheaper hotel than there, okay? You can, there's cheaper hotels in the world. You could probably get a little hole somewhere and only pay £6 for it, so $8 or whatever. But for what I'm getting, £16 a night, that is bloody brilliant. Okay, so it's evening time now, and like I promised, I'm just going to do a little walk around the block. It's New Year's Eve. Their New Year's Eve lasts a couple of days. Supposedly a lot of people, they like to wear powder on their face. I'm not sure what the tradition is behind that, but they celebrate New Year's at the same time as they do in Thailand. So there are a few things. Hiya, how are you? There are a few things that they have similar. Okay, so right up there is my hotel, and it's an Ibis budget. And that is the first time in many years that I've ever stayed in an Ibis budget hotel. I usually pay the more money and stay in a regular Ibis and get all the points, get the free drink, get the late checkout and all this other stuff. But I noticed on their website that they were offering that regardless. So yeah, I thought, you know what, they're still giving you points and everything. Why not just sign up with him? And so I did. Yeah, I booked a hotel with him. That's what I mean by signing up with him. So yeah, it's very good value for money, and this is the local area. I'm just showing you what it's like if you would like to possibly stay there. I think it's extremely great value, and it's the best value I've ever had on a hotel. And could it be the best value in the world? Who knows? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Where is the best value hotel in the world for under £20? Mine cost me just over 16, so I'm giving you almost £4 on me. Is there a place better than that anywhere in the world? let me know. Cheers. Would I be able to get that beer, please?
Beer, right?
Yeah, what kind of beers do you have?
Right now we only have like Heineken beer.
I'll take a Heineken, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So what's your name anyway?
My name is Rainick.
Rainick.
Yes, Rainick.
I gotta tell you, this lady is very, very sweet. Not just this, it's an amazing hotel. £16 a night it's cost me. You've given me late checkout, right?
Yeah.
I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting on my video. And I got a free Heineken. Who knows? I might get another one. And it does come with a breakfast, and the breakfast isn't that bad. I showed you the breakfast earlier, and actually, like, it tasted so good. I got myself a plate at 6 in the morning or whatever, and I went down later and got myself another 2 plates. I was so bloody hungry. Okay, yes, there's a reason I'm gaining weight. Anyway, could you get me a tuk-tuk or a grab taxi, please?
Sure. So where do you want to go?
Anywhere fun.
Okay.
See how lovely that lady is? She got a tuk-tuk for me and negotiated the price. You know, if I had to do that myself and stop somebody on the street, it would probably cost me tenfold. Or it would in India at least, I can guarantee you that 100%. Yeah, so this is all the local area, all the local neighborhood. And this tuk-tuk is only costing me about $1.50. And I'm going to tip him $2, which is supposedly a very good tip. You know, so wow, you can't beat it. You can't beat the value of everything. But where I'm going now will not be that cheap. But it is New Year's Eve, so fuck it. Let's enjoy ourselves. Okay, so I'm at the top of this rooftop bar, and ChatGPT lied to me again. I trusted him when I was in Georgia, Tbilisi, Georgia, and it took me to a shit restaurant there as well. You know, it was a overpriced, stupid tourist restaurant, and it weren't anything to do with proper Georgian culture. I'm talking about Georgia, the country, not the US state. But anyway, it's a nice bar though. I do like it. But because it's New Year's, most people are at the beach and they are having water fights. So maybe I'll go there and get all soaked up and stuff. Look at the view. Anyway, let me show you. Look at that. That is really nice. You can see all the traffic down there. I don't know if you can see it with my camera, but it's really, really nice. And the buildings yonder. I would say right there where my finger's pointing is probably near where I was staying. So yes, cheers. Happy New Year. Okay, I gotta tell you, just over 3 months ago, on New Year's Eve, it was 7 minutes to midnight. And I wasn't filming anyone, I was walking along the road, all nice and happy and jolly that I'm going to a bar. I was filming that, and I got attacked. I got punched, I got kicked. They tried to grab my wallet. Luckily my wallet was on a keychain. I started swearing, like trying to, like, effing hell, what are you doing, man? Leave me alone. And then I thought, fuck it, my instinct just kicked in, and I said, right, that's it. I started hitting back, and fortunately I was able to get them off me, and they left me alone. But my camera fell to the ground, and it was still recording. So that is all on YouTube, okay? It's only got just over 200 views, but I'm going to tell you, the video is called I got attacked looking for a bar or something like that. It was 3 months ago. It was New Year's Eve, and it was in Belgium, It wasn't by Belgian people, it was by other people, alright? And yes, you can see me getting hit and punched and kicked and everything, alright? And if you hate me, that's a perfect video for you to watch. And if you don't hate me, well, I don't know, just give it a like or something, you know. Anyway, yeah, let's drink this and get on with the night. I seem to be showing a lot of bathrooms or toilets in this video, which I don't normally do, but this is the reason. Look at the bloody view. I don't know if you can see it, my reflection might be getting in the way, but you're doing the number one, at least you've got a lovely view to look at. Okay, so I've made it to where I thought there'd be a little bit of fun. Right behind me is a tourist attraction, that is the presidential palace. And if you look at the roads, the streets, they all look a little bit damp because they have been throwing water at each other. But once again, I've missed the bloody fun. What's up with that? Mate, what's your name?
Ali.
Ali. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And where are you from?
Pakistan.
Pakistan. All right, amazing. All right. So, how long have you lived here?
5 years.
5 years. Why is it so bloody dead tonight? Why is it so quiet?
Oh, it's no. Why is so quiet?
Yeah. Why is there not many people? Why are they not throwing water at each other?
Actually, now it's too late. That's why the people.
I've got here too late. If I get here early tomorrow.
Yeah. Around 5 p.m. is better.
5 p.m. All right. I've got to go to the museum tomorrow, but maybe I can come here again. Ali, thank you very much, mate. God bless you, mate. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Hello, guys. What I'm going to talk about now is very off the topic of the best hotel in the world, but I've got to include it in this video, okay? I am walking in what was a former prison camp. Many people here were tortured, they were executed. Under the reign of Pol Pot in the 1970s, over 1 million people were killed. They were executed, they were considered traitors to the state. And their only crime was they had an education. So if you were a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or anything like that, any kind of education, you were considered a traitor. And they had you tortured in a place like this and executed. And this is an example of some of the prison cells they had, and I imagine they just crammed in as many people as they could. So inside this museum, which was a former prison camp, there are torture devices and human remains, or skulls and skeletons. I'm not going to show you any of that, but I will show you a few faces of the people that were tortured here, and they were eventually killed. They were all executed. If you came to this prison, there wasn't usually a way out. Okay, it was a one-way ticket only. Okay, so in memory of them, you know, I've been to many places like this in my life, or a few places. I've been to Yad Vashem in Jerusalem, which is a Holocaust museum, and I've been to the Armenian Genocide Museum in Yerevan, and I did a video on that. And I also went to a prison camp in Lviv, Ukraine, and I did a video on that as well. And in memory of all those people, you know, God bless them, and may they rest in eternal peace. So I've obviously left the museum now. I decided to walk back because there was a tuk-tuk driver trying to rip me off. He was just hanging out like there, trying to scam tourists. And I thought, you know what? It's a lovely walk back to the hotel. Why not do it? But I couldn't go. I couldn't come here to the capital of Cambodia without going to that museum. Okay, I had to pay my homage, you know, had to show my respect. I watched the movie The Killing Fields while I was a young man, and I'm well clued up from it by being told about it at school. Okay, what happened in Cambodia. So it was nice to see it and show my respect, and that's why I wanted to put it in this video as well. But back to the hotel, okay? Where can you get a hotel anywhere in the world for £20 or $24? Let's say that is safe, clean, comes with air conditioning, a lovely comfortable bed, I had two, and a breakfast and a welcome drink, maybe a beer or something. Okay, you tell me where in the world you can get that. That's my challenge, okay? Because I believe this is the best value budget hotel in the world. It cost me £16, but I'm giving you a little few quid extra to try and find somewhere a little bit better. Anyway, it's my last night. Let's go have some fun, all right? Ah, fuck! Woo! Woo! Woohoo! Fuck! Bloody hell, I'm absolutely soaked, but that is the tradition over here. They squirt each other with water pistols, and just if they can't afford water pistols, you throw a bucket of water at someone or whatever. But where were they this afternoon when it was so bloody hot and I was walking about? Golly. Guys, I try not to make my videos too long, okay? So this is where I'm ending it. Let me know in the comments what you think about the hotel and anything else. If you're nice, I'll respond to every single comment. I always do if you're nice. Alright? Anyway, yeah, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you guys on the next journey.